Okay, if you guys don't mind, let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes to have everything prepared first, yeah. Well, I think we can begin now. Okay, let's start. And hello, Aditi and Ayesha. Thank you for making it to today's session about the MUISS Secretary by-election debate of the year 2024. It is much appreciated. And once again, on behalf of the Election Commission, thank you for making it here. Okay, before we begin, I would love to explain to Ayesha and Aditi also about how does the debate structure work. I believe that you guys know about how debates work, and Aditi, you've experienced in it before, last year in general election, for example. So I will be concise and brief here. So it will be consisting of three main sections. The first one is the opening statement, where Aditi will spend maybe 5 to 7 minutes or more. Don't worry, there's no time limit to give her opening statement. And then after that, it will be the Q&A session. Aisha, you can ask Aditi about things related to her roles, her vision, or her manifestos. There is no question limit. And if it is required, Aditi can request a 30-second preparation time to maybe prepare her answers and structure the responses if needed. And once everything is settled, we might be able to take a 1 to 3 minutes wait. Yeah, maybe there will be questions from the YouTube side of things. If not, we will end it with Aditi's closing statement, and then the debate session will be over. So hopefully this is a clear structure. And without any further ado, allow me to introduce myself first. Yeah, my name is Gede Putu Guido, and I am the returning officer for this year. So let's go, and Aditi, you may begin with your opening statement.
Okay. Can you hear me? All right. Good evening to everybody present here. I'm Aditi Gupta, and I'm truly grateful to be here today as the MUISS Secretary candidate. A little bit about me. I'm currently in my Year 3 Sem 1, pursuing a software engineering degree. Over the past 2 years in Monash, I've been a part of many clubs and committees under MUSA. I was a general assistant in the President's Department in Year 1, a part of MUSA SOE in Year 2, the creative officer for the Esports Club, the Year Rep for Software Engineering Year 2 and Year 3 now, and the founder and president of the book club that was launched last semester. All this speaks to my time management skills and experience. I've also had prior experiences with leadership roles within units in heading small teams for particular projects. As your potential MUISS secretary, my aim is to use this collective energy and time efficiently by channeling it into something more. Some of my initiatives for 2024 entails creating a safe environment for all the international students to come and speak about their issues, following which I would address it by taking it to the appropriate authorities. Moreover, a strict and streamlined documentation process and communication channel will be set up for improvised transparency and accessibility between all MUISS members so that everyone is up to date with all the necessary information and nothing gets lost in translation. At least 6 general meetings will be held along with a submission of a progress report every month to get updates from every department. I will also stay on top of all of the MUISS head duties, ensuring smooth operations even in his absence. The outreach program, if any, would be done in accordance with the media department. Documentation would include meeting minutes of every department's meetings, a database with all the necessary details about every MUISS member, templates for everything starting from acceptance letters to termination letters and more. Lastly, my ultimate goal for this role by the end of the year is to have ensured a smoothly functioning committee with minimal communication hurdles. I also hope to have positively impacted each and every international student in some capacity, all while gaining invaluable leadership and collaboration experience. I would once again like to thank all of you for considering me for this role, and I look forward to answering any questions relating to my ideas or manifesting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aditi, for the concise and thoughtful opening statement. Now, again, we will move on to the Q&A session. Okay, where Ayesha, you may have the floor, ask questions away, and there's no limit to it, okay?
Thank you, Guido, and great opening statement, Aditi. So now let's move on to the Q&A part. Firstly, what motivated your interest in joining MUISS, particularly in the capacity of the secretary role, considering the administrative responsibilities associated with it?
Okay, so for one, I did run for vice president and didn't end up winning it. So I did want to be a part of the student council in some way or the other. So MUISS seemed like a viable option considering I'm an international student as well. So I wanted to help everyone like me who's coming in fresh with something or the other that they might have an issue with. And secretary in particular, it's a role that I have not pursued in Monash. So I wanted more experience with it.
That's a good answer. Just to follow up to that, do you plan to introduce and manage any new initiatives within the organization as the secretary?
So far, it's standardized to Google Drive and communication via Telegram. So nothing more has been added because this is working so far. But if it doesn't, let's say, work later on, there could be some changes. But so far, no.
Great answer. All right. For my second question, in scenarios where conflicts arise due to varying working styles among team members, how do you propose to resolve these conflicts while maintaining impartiality and fairness throughout the process?
Okay, so the best way is to do it in person, face to face. So call a meeting with all the parties involved. If so, it happens that they can't show up in person, then it would be done online, where it'll be a civilized conversation between the parties where I would moderate it and intervene if necessary, if it gets too escalated.
Good answer. Given the responsibility of supporting the election commission during elections, what actions will you take to effectively fulfill this duty as MUISS Secretary?
Could you repeat that?
Okay, so given the responsibility that you will be supporting the election commission during election period, what what are you going to do? What are your duties to support them as the MUISS
Okay.
Secretary?
Yeah, so given that it's not my primary role, I would be there as a supporting role and help if and where needed with anything that's delegated to me instead of taking charge and actually delegating it to someone else. So that would basically just depend on the election commission and what they decide to give me based off of my capacity.
In your assessment, do you believe the MUSA handbook and constitution are up to date? If not, what specific revisions or updates would you advocate to enhance their effectiveness?
I think there is a constitution that's being made. Not many changes, it's just more rephrasing and making it a little more structured. But overall, there's not a lot of change.
My follow-up to that question would be, how will you ensure that all office bearers are adhering to the MUSA Constitution and Handbook?
It would be done during one of the general meetings. So all the OBs would be present and it would be read through. And if anyone has any issues, they can bring it up in the moment and we can fix it up and see what we can do.
But how would you ensure that they're consistently following, like they're adhering to the rules and regulations?
Like the OBs? Well, checkups, constant checkups, like always having the progress report or getting their subcoms to sort of review or give feedback directly to me. So, yeah.
Good answer. How do you intend to establish a system to ensure that all OBs consistently meet deadlines for their assigned tasks? And how will you keep the team informed about upcoming events and activities within MUISS?
Okay. So for the deadlines one, I believe every department already has a tracker in place. So they update the tracker whenever an event is coming up or whatever deadline they do have. So that's managed. And that would be done either, the communication would be done either through Telegram or calling a meeting again so that everyone's up to date with everything.
In your manifesto, you had mentioned that you would like to enhance the experience of international students by providing resources for the academic and personal issues. Could you please provide specific examples of the resources you intend to offer to address both academic and personal issues?
Okay. So I believe that MUISS is here for helps with MUSA or anything academically as well. We are also a part of the academic integrity stuff. So given that someone comes to me directly, I would take it to Sani first, and we would discuss where to go from there to take it to faculty or take it to student life.
How do you plan to gather feedback from international students to understand their specific needs and preferences better?
This will be done, so far we're talking about it, would be done through an anonymous Google form that will be open throughout the year. So they can just drop in from the Instagram bio, and they can just put in any feedback that they have.
Great answers, Aditi. That's it from my side of questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayesha, for asking the critical questions just now, and thank you, Aditi, for providing concise answers to that also. And if you guys don't mind, let's wait for 1 or 3 minutes. Maybe there are more questions from other means of communication. If there are none, I will tell that Aditi, you can proceed with the closing statement. Please stay tuned, yeah. Okay, Aditi, I believe that there are no questions going to be asked.
Okay.
That is intended for you. And there is actually a question, but I don't think it's related to you. Yeah. So when will the new secretary start her term? If Aditi is selected as the MUISS Secretary for the year of 2024, her term will begin effective immediately after the results announcement on the 22nd of April 2024. Okay. So I believe that's all of the questions. Now, Aditi, you can proceed with your closing statement and take your time.
Okay. Thank you all for joining in and expressing your interest in making our university life better. If given the opportunity, I promise to try my best to do this position justice. I hope my manifesto resonated with you. Vote for what you believe in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Aditi. Thanks for attending. Have a good day ahead.
You
Until
too.
next
Thank
time.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.